Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show. And today we've got our one trade to rule them all episode. We're going to talk about that trade in just a moment and a whole bunch more. Before we do that, smash the like button. This does help get this channel out to more people, and of course does help support the channel. And if you're a new watcher of the channel, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and you'll get the daily updates. Well, we're going to jump straight to what that trade is that does rule them all. And I do these from time to time. It's a lot of fun. One trade to rule them all. Today, it's Tesla. Elon Musk buys Tesla stock for the first time since 2020. He hasn't bought any Tesla stock in 5 years, but he spent $1 billion to buy 2.57 million shares. Who could have told you about this? Well, in the Tribal Trades Discord, before this news broke and before price took off like a rocket ship, I shared yet another Tesla trade here. There it is here today. Entry on the break and the hold of 1764. Now, of course, we're trading TSLL, which is the 2x leverage of ETF of Tesla. So if Tesla goes up 10%, TSLL goes up 20% there, and gave a target of $19.74. We're going to jump straight over to that now and to see exactly how that played out. And it hit 1974 on the button. Look at this. Absolutely. And it's just a little bit above that right now. Now, of course, this was a continuation of a trade that I gave all the way back when we got the green dot there. You can see coming back all the way back, we got back around $10. So that's a continuation of a trade. But if you actually look on the weekly time frame, there's the green arrow there on the weekly time frame. And look what's happened since then. Up, and only up. We reached our first target here, which was around about $16.84. And then we hit our secondary target of $17.64. And then, of course, now we're up. And the next target to the upside is $21.09. What does Elon know that has caused him to buy so much shares after 5 long years? And we have this beautiful W bottom pattern there. But of course, we had this long trend line there. And I gave several entries for Tesla over a period of many weeks there. You can actually see me giving a next Tesla target here of 1974. And this was after I had given the original Tesla trade here on entry on the break, on the hold, a break of $13.41. And I gave targets of $14.60, $14.85, and then I gave another target to the upside. But of course, this was a continuation of a Tesla trade that started a lot further back. And of course, the beauty of it is you can just hold these trades all the way up. And I do always encourage a multi-portfolio strategy. How does a multi-portfolio strategy work? Well, you have 2 different brokerages, and you buy on one brokerage. Say when we get this beautiful weekly move here with the green arrow, the Tribal Trades indicator, and you buy there and you just hold and you wait and you're patient and you wait until you get a red dot or it comes up into some major resistance and you get a bearish reversal signal. And then, of course, in the other portfolio, you can trade in and out and in and out. Now, of course, you can just do one or the other, but I like doing both because, of course, you get these moves where you take profit up here and then you get back in, take profit and get back in and take profit and then continue to take profit on the way up. And it really does compound your gains when you're able to take profit numerous times in a price range like this while still enjoying this huge move to the upside there. Now, of course, if you've missed the Tesla trade, what would be looking for? Well, the next area of entry, which of course is a little more risky, is going to be this $19.74. As long as this was to hold, this level was not to hold, then we could see quite a move down to $18.25 or $17.64. It really depends on how the market is going to react when it opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's quite possible that you're watching this video after 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and so you'll already know the answer to this question. I would expect some major volatility of people FOMOing in because they don't have a position. And when Elon buys that much stock and hasn't bought that much for such a long period of time, that is surely going to be bullish. Now, if you are not an ETF buyer, and look, you can be in Europe, and if you are able to trade the London Stock Exchange, you can find the version of the European or London Stock Exchange ETF. And quite often they'll go, actually, this is a 2x ETF. Quite often they'll do a 3x ETF. And so I've directed quite a number of people from the Tribal Trades Discord, and they've been trading. It might be TSL3 or TSL2 or TSL long or something. You can actually Google that and find the answer to all the different stocks that they have. And usually they have actually a lot more options on the London Stock Exchange. So that's, some people were saying, well, I can only trade the Tesla. And so now maybe you're in a place where you can't get on the US Stock Exchange or the London Stock Exchange. So I want to give you the Tesla levels right here. And as you can see, it's absolutely flying here and right now. And let's have a look at where we're at with the same situation here. We have this beautiful W double bottom there. So there was our breakout level there at 348, the Fibonacci level there. You can just see it across here. Here it was here, 1, 2, 3. You saw this was a key level. Once we got about above that, it was go time. Okay, and of course we have the green dot, we have a green arrow on the weekly as we saw. Okay, so what are we looking now? Well, of course, in the pre-market, we're all the way up here at 428. So let's just bring this down a little bit and see what we can see. And of course, the entry that we would be looking for would be 415 or possibly back to 397. We got stuck there and then we absolutely catapulted through that, and it would be normal for some kind of a retest. Now, you don't always get it. Just because it's normal for some kind of retest doesn't mean you're always going to get it. So a particular strategy is then look where the 9 EMA is across the different time frames on the 4 hour, the 2 hour, the 1 hour. And you can see here, this could be a possible entry. It's currently at 410, but the longer this price stays up here, and this looks like we could be forming something similar to this pattern here. Look how it comes up. It does, and it kind of pauses, and then off it goes, and that's a nice bull flag, and it's doing something the same. Look how it did it. Same over here, and we're starting to get the same shape over here as well. So maybe we kind of roll in and the 9 EMA on the 1 hour. And look, if you look at the 9 EMA on the 1 hour, it has been the provider of the support for this entire run all the way up. And so therefore, if you look at this, you can say, okay, the 9 EMA on the 1 hour. So right now, I'd be looking at 415. Of course, be very careful when the market opens. There could be a lot of volatility, but there, the 9 EMA at 409 or back at 397, where the 20 EMA on the 1 hour. Now, remember, we do have the rate cut decision coming on Wednesday that is bullish for the market, and I do believe it's already priced in, and I do feel it could be a little bit of a sell the news, and so do be careful with whatever position that you do take, because if you didn't get the earlier positions, then and look, I don't really have a problem of buying on the way up as long as buying confirmed support and also having a stop loss strategy to get out if the trade would to go against you. Now, those levels for Tesla, of course, that I gave, this 1974 level there, and it's already where we're at the moment. The 9 EMA on the 1 hour is down at $18.23 on that one there. So that would be where I would look, maybe even back to 1764. It's quite possible we will shoot up to this 21, but you have to be careful that there's some kind of a capitulation event before the Wednesday rate cut decision. And I do think the rate cut decision is medium to long-term bullish for the markets. I've said before, I felt that my feelings of the most likely scenario is that we get a little bit of, sure, we might get an initial bit of a pump, and then I think we get a little bit of profit taking. And that profit taking, I think, will allow some lower entries. And those lower entries then will lead to more rate cuts, possibly through the end of the year, which I think will be bullish. Generally, October, November, very, very good for the stock market there. And so I've given some entries for that play, that even if you're tardy to the party, sometimes you can catch the play. You know, you do see there's a lack of volume in here on the volume indicator on the side. And so it is possible that there is a bunch of profit taking that happened for people waiting for the market to open. And so I do have given you some levels there, that 9 EMA on the daily, 1824. And of course, if we just don't come back to here and we just continue to take off, there is the level there to get above and hold above this level here. And what does it mean to hold? Is that it holds. The price doesn't go down below that. I like using the 5-minute time frames. I'll switch to the 5 minutes or 10 or 15 minute, the smaller time frames, particularly on the market open. I'm looking on the 5-minute time frame to see whether that level is going to hold as to whether to take an entry or not. And of course, you can wait on the hour time frame to wait to see if this was to hold. We're currently at 8:44 a.m. in the morning here, so the market is going to open. And so you could wait 15 minutes and say, okay, is this going to pop? It hasn't held at the moment, but is going to pop up again. Then maybe can take an entry there. But then, of course, you have to look to have a stop loss to get out if it was to lose this level. And then you go down to the next level there at $18.24. I teach all of this in the Tribal Trades Discord, one Discord to rule them all. The win section, April jumped in on that. She got in on the TSLL play, made $300 on that. Absolutely fantastic, taking the trade. Absolutely brilliant there. We have some other wins there. Nikola Tesla, as always. Jose coming in on the meme coins there, and a bunch of other wins for the Braveheart trader, William Wallace, the Bassmaster, Too Early Rod getting in there, Rambo, True Story. Absolute great wins there. You get the Tribal Trades indicator as part of Discord membership. This is the indicator giving us all these early entries. You know, isn't amazing on this Tesla entry? A lot of people jumping in today here when I gave that entry all the way back at $13.41, and I actually had given it even much earlier than that time previous, because the Tribal Trades indicator, particularly on the weekly time frame, is such a strong. You get that arrow, and it can be a great signal to get into the markets there. You see the last time we got that green dot, huge rocket ship to the top, and we're seeing that at the moment all the way up to the top there on this Tesla trade. And of course, you get the Tribal Trade System, my full lesson by lesson plan on how to be educated to win. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just education, and it's for entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? Okay, so if you'd like that and all the stocks and crypto plays, and I'll be covering some crypto tomorrow, then of course you can get signed up for the Tribal Trades Discord. There is a link below in the description of this video. You might need to click the more button, and that will pop out, and then you can click on that and you can get on the wait list of the Tribal Trades Discord. Now, there is a wait list to get on. We're not an open Discord. We are closed for most of the year, open in January. I opened it again in June. I'm going to open it one more time before the end of the year. But what I am doing for the month of September is that those are moving at least one person from the wait list, around one person each day from the wait list into the Tribal Trades Discord. So if you get on the wait list now, then you can get that early access for September before I do open it up again sometime later this year. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I have time for today. So of course, until the next episode, or until I see you in the Discord, happy trading.